Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to the live. Welcome back to the channel. Shout out to you for watching the replay, because I know you're watching the replay. So shout out to you for coming here and wanting to get your money mindset today. We're gonna get our money mindset today. I'm super excited because today we're talking about trusting ourselves with money, with our everyday experiences. All the decisions that we have to make every single day. We have so many choices, and we have to decide which choice are we going to go with. You know, speaking of choices and decisions, maybe I should talk about that as well today, since that is in the title or in the topic for today. That is a section in my book that you can find on Amazon, You Are Programmed, where I decipher and I discuss the difference between a decision and a choice. So we'll definitely get into that today, just in case you guys don't really understand what the difference is between those two topics. But we got this right here. We're on, I believe this is the third section. Is this the third section that we've gotten to? This is our last section. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on the fourth section. We're on the fourth section. We're on our last section, the last quarter of this book. Are you guys ready? This is the finale. This is the finale. We don't have that many more days left. We got about 5 more prompts of talking about this. And I want to know, like, I'm truly interested in knowing how many people were able to get something out of me going live talking about this every single day. I truly want to know how many people have shifted a mindset, how they feel about that mindset, what they're going to do for now. I can say that doing this journal every single day has really gotten me motivated to get my money together, to get my together. I've noticed that I've already been reaching out to many people for support in general. Y'all know I do gratitude every day, and I say that me doing gratitude every day already opens me up to be motivated to get support, to seek support, to ask for help. That's been my biggest thing that I've seen by me doing my gratitude journaling every single day. But with this specific journal, when we're talking about our money mindset, I realized that, okay, I'm reaching out to financial coaches. I'm using ChatGPT. Y'all know, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, I need to talk to a financial coach. ChatGPT. If you cannot afford financial coaching, ChatGPT, you better get them bank account statements and put it into ChatGPT. Hello, Dianu. You say you can listen to me all day. That's really nice. But no, for real, like, I realized I have a budgeting app where all of my stuff is organized. Screenshot, enter into ChatGPT. ChatGPT, what you got to say about this? And it told me what it had to say about it. So at the end of the day, there's so many things out there that's going to help you with your finances. Hey, Steven. Hey, Leon. Okay, wait, what'd you say? You said, Leon said, you ever heard of the Money Guy show? They so educated and content free. No, I never heard of that before. They have free content for money. Let's look them up. And this is another thing that I really like, is that this is a place where we are all exchanging information. The Money Guy show. It's for money. Yes, they good. Okay, okay. Hello, Elijah. I do. Tarot. Yes, I do. Oh. So this is what he's talking about, y'all. The Money Guy show. Hey, Quasar. Hey, Summon. Hey, Vikram. Okay. Hey, what you say? Hey, Joe. Hi, Steven. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, y'all. How are y'all doing? How is everybody doing this morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you are? How are y'all doing? This is the quote. Here's one of the quotes right here. It says, "Don't tell me where your priorities are. Show me where you spend your money, and I'll tell you what they are." That's what it says. By James W. Frick. That's what it says. Hey, niece to our nephew. Good morning, Carlos. Good morning. Good morning. I am from the state of abundance. Grand Rising. Hello, hello. What is the combo of your lip? Y'all know I tell y'all all the time, just get a couple of lip liners. Get whatever colors. I use at least 2 or 3 colors on my lips. I'm never using just one, okay? I'm using at least 2 to 3. And then get you some lip gloss. I always keep a lip gloss. I got about 10 of these. That's all you need. The state of abundance, yeah. Welcome, Bangladesh. Why you ain't read my comment? I don't know what you say. Hey, Jory. Hey, y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Because I know Australia, it be evening time. Shout out to Australia. Shout out to Kenya. The word of Elijah said, "I stay telling women all they need is lip gloss for real. That's it." Okay. Is that right? Thank you, Shane. Shout out to France. Hey, Jesse. Shout out to Ireland. Hola, ¿qué tal? Yeah. Oh, you like to see me happy? Thank you, my friend. Gracias, mi amigo. Hello, UK. Shout out to the UK. I will be blocking you, perverted mother suckers. If you are putting perverted things in the chat, I'm blocking you. Because it's disrespectful. Please do not disrespect me. Y'all act like y'all ain't never seen no titties before. And that's probably why y'all be consistently online. Because y'all ain't never seen no titties before. Get y'all's life together. Shout out to England. Shout out to Ireland. Quasar, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Nice to meet you too. Shout out to Canada. Hi, Kevin. Maddie, what's up, girl? Maddie with the volleyball. What's up, girl? I'm going to pray that one day y'all can really go and get bad bitches in real life. I'm going to pray that y'all can do that one day. Shout out to Australia. I knew Australia was in the building. What's up, Anaruda? Hello from Kentucky. Shout out to Kentucky, Jennifer. I think that's what that is. Shout out to Switzerland. Hello, Switzerland. Lips are glossing, sis. Okay, Alice. Hey, girl. Hey, Dwell Williams. Where am I from? I'm from the state of abundance. The state of love and peace. Shout out to Melbourne. Shout out to all the people I'm blocking. Rick said, shout out to you. Shout out to all the people I just blocked. I just blocked about 5 people. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for giving me new emojis and words to block. Thank you so much. Fam said, do you believe in love at first chat or should I type again? For you, maybe, not for me. Can Aries date another Aries? Aries can date whoever they want to date. Hi, Gabriel. Shout out to all the people typing stuff that I cannot comprehend. The symbols and the letters that I've never seen before. Shout out to y'all. Somebody said, you really can't see, for real, huh? Because you struggling. You know, sometimes. If you're talking about me, I guess. Top of the morning. Thank you, Lily. Okay. I've never been to Bangladesh. Okay, let's get to the bottom. Somebody said, shout out to them thick ass glasses. Shout out to my glasses. Wouldn't know where I'll be without them. Raven, welcome back to the live, Raven. I'm doing well, baby. How you doing? Shout out to you, Niar. Shout out to you. What state am I in? I'm in the state of abundance, peace, and love. Shout out to all the people. I'm just keep blocking them. I just keep blocking them. Because y'all going to have to watch me from a different channel. Somebody said, put them away if you don't want people commenting on them. So I got to hide myself. I got to hide myself when this is how I am every day. All I can do is just block them. You can comment, but just know you're going to get blocked too. Y'all can make whatever comments y'all want to do. But just know I'm going to block you. I'm going to block you. Because you're perverted. Your mind is perverted. Good morning, good morning. Somebody said she's pretty and all, but she's probably hard to deal with. LMAO. Hello, Ajit. It's a lot of people in here today. How y'all doing? Good. Hello. Don't know if you want to scroll to the bottom. We scrolling to the bottom. I'm trying to see who all in here today. I'm trying to see who's all in here, and I'm blocking before we get started, just so we can have a peace of mind. Just so I can have a peace of mind. Somebody said, shout out to the shout out. Fuck it. Hey, South Africa. Hey, Christian. Congratulations. Thank you. Hey, Elvis. Hey, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I want to go to South Carolina. Shout out to David. Shout out to, who else? Raya. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Sadaqua Ali said, don't block me. Don't say no disrespectful stuff. I'm from America. Hello. Hello, Gregory. Hi from Sri Lanka. Okay. Hey, Zarak. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. We about to get started. Don't worry, y'all. We about to get started. Make sure y'all like the live. I appreciate all of y'all. No, I cannot help perverted people. That's not what I'm here for. I almost blocked you. I'm thinking about it. Ryan said, are you a lie or are they just not enough? Exactly. Hey, Mr. Jones. Gregory, I hope you feel better. Oh my gosh. This channel is about guidance, divine guidance. Somebody said the irony, though, of telling someone they're perverted while having their tatas on full display on an app that kids frequently use. Interesting. Shout out to Big Trap, not the little one. Welcome back to the live. Hey, Ramil. It's another word to block. Hey, P. Hi, Ramesh. Hi, Martina. Hey, Jersey. Y'all, I can't have nothing, can I? Guess I'll never be wearing this again. Cannot have anything. I cannot be great, can I? I cannot be great. Hey, Rodney. Let's see. Show us the cat. He's right there. Y'all see my baby? Red. Look, baby. Say hi. He's like, he's minding his business. He's looking out the window. He want to go outside, but I'm not going to let him go outside right now. I'm from the state of abundance. Look it up. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. It's a lot of people commenting. Oh, my God. How can I get to the bottom? I'm just going to scroll. It's a lot. Hey, Jason. I only have one cat. My cat's name is Red. Hey, Mr. Hembron. Okay, are y'all ready? So again, this is where we at today. This is where we at. We're talking about money mindset. And I see a lot of men in the comments. So I know y'all need to get y'all's money mindset. Because why y'all not at work? Y'all, all the men in this comments, tell me why y'all not at work right now. What are y'all doing? Huh? Let me know. So, again, okay. I see I'm at work. I'm at work. It's Sunday. I forgot it's Sunday. I forgot it's the weekend. You know, it is Sunday. You're right. It's Sunday. And don't call me no. Okay, see. I don't know if you did that on purpose or accident. I'm going to let it slide. I'm going to let it slide. But if I see one more time, I'm going to block you. Okay. Dark One said, I'm a woman. Thank you, baby. Okay. Shout out to Texas. Off on the weekends. Okay. So again, it says, don't tell me where your priorities are. Show me where you spend your money, and I'll tell you what they are. By James W. Frick. Where y'all spend y'all money? Now, this one says, how does trusting myself with money influence the decisions I make every day? So the poll, we're going to do a poll. Do you trust yourself with money? Do you trust yourself with money? Now, we had this conversation a little bit yesterday. Oh, no. Let's do it again. Do trust yourself with money. Let's see what y'all say today. Yes. Hold up. Definitely. Let's do definitely. Kinda. No. I don't know. You know, I love to get the I don't know in here. I want to see where people are confused and they don't have no idea what's going on. Do you trust yourself with money? Okay, so the poll has started. Thank you, AM. Thank you. Let's see. What does this achieve? What does doing money mindset achieve? So every single day that you do any type of gratitude is scientifically proven through peer-reviewed studies that it improves your overall health and well-being, and it also expands your awareness. Awareness is an important part of manifestation because when you perceive things, your brain and your mind allowed you to perceive things through a certain lens because it's protecting you and it's keeping you in the environment, in the state that you know, so that you are protected, so that you can survive, right? But a lot of times it limits us, it constricts us at the same time. So for example, if you were younger and your parents inadvertently taught you not to trust people with money and make you think that people who got money are evil, you grow up with that perspective, perceiving people with money as evil. Now, that also hinders you because that allowed you to have a bad relationship with money. if you feel like you get money, you're going to think that you're evil. You're going to think that you're an evil person, or you're going to think that you have to become evil to get money. So it's going to shift how you engage with the money in your everyday life. So the reason why we do this is so we can see what are those limiting, constricting beliefs that you have in your mind about money, so that you can shift it and you don't have to believe it no more, because it's not factual. It's not facts. So this is why we do it. This is day 25, so we've done this for 25 days so far. And we've got to see a lot of people's limiting beliefs. And it's time to shift it. So it's all about perspective, correct? That's one aspect of it. We're looking into the faculties of our mind. So perspective, logic, reason, intuition. It's a lot. It's a lot that goes into it. It's a lot. 10 Light Star said, how do you shift the belief about inflation when it's actually happening in the private sector? Business is purposely raising prices. You respect it. That's how I would see it. There could be other ways to shift that belief, but the first thing that I can say is just respect it. Inflation is a natural part of living in a society. Money, things will go up, things will rise, and you just be in expectance that that is a possible factor of living in a society and going about your day. That's how I would think about it. Why would I stress about something that's going to happen regardless? Let me just focus on overcoming it. What do y'all think? How would y'all deal with inflation? Welcome back, aka Carlos. Well, how would y'all deal with it? Rico said, life is all about sink or swim. You either adapt or collapse. Exactly. 10 Light Star, you said, so where will you get the money from to pay for your apartment when they're up to $6,000 a month in 5 years? Well, first of all, who paying an apartment at $6,000 a month? Not me. That's why you move. Move. If an apartment becomes $6,000 a month, like my apartment is not even expensive. Like if an apartment is $6,000 a month, that is crazy. You need to move. You better be living in Dubai. If you paying an apartment for $6,000 a month, you better be living in Dubai. I don't know. For me personally, if my apartment raises the rent to a price that I don't feel like I can afford or that I want to pay, I'm just going to move to a different area. I don't mind if I have to move to a different city or a different state just so I can afford my living expenses and be happy. Let's see. What y'all think? What y'all think about that? For a 1-bedroom, a $6,000 for a 1-bedroom, $12K in 2 months. That's ludicrous. Exactly. Good morning, Adrian. I don't know what we talking about with credit score. I'm seeing credit score with question marks, but I don't understand why y'all doing that. DLC service said, gotta move with your budget or else you'll be in debt. Exactly. Music said you can move in with someone. Yeah, there's a lot of ways. I don't want us to focus on the things that's happening in our environment that makes us feel like we can't be who we want to be. At the end of the day, you have in your heart wanting to be something because that's who you are already. We just have to find that state so that we can live in it. That state of being. Let me be specific. We got to find that state of being. We have to acknowledge where we're already living in that state of being, because all things are happening all at once. So a lot of the times we sitting up here, we talking about money mindset right now, right? And we are talking about, well, how do you get into that state of being? Understand that you experience every frequency of life every single day. It's flowing through you. This is my belief. It's every frequency, every state of being is flowing through you every day. You just have to catch where you are already there and then live in it. So let's just say we want to focus on being rich financially. Well, there's some way where we're already rich in our lives. And I think we talked about this on a previous live as well. There's already somewhere where we're rich in our lives. Focus on how that feels and then apply that feeling to your money. Find ways in which they're similar. When I'm rich, a lot of people, when we ask that question, they say, I'm rich in family. I'm rich in health. I'm rich because I feel rich because of my home, right? So find ways in which that richness in those areas of your life compares to you being rich financially. There is a way. It is, I promise you. All things are possible. That's how you connect your mind, and you allow those neurons to connect and build stronger pathways over time. Louis said, here in Portugal, you pay $650 plus for one room apartment. Okay, I think that's a really good price. Rico said, mine is $4,500, but I enjoy my place. Enjoy the things you work for. It's hard to complain about you making your goals happen. Exactly. If you can afford it, then that's what you can afford, right? Shout out to Germany. Thank you, C. Jules. Thank you, Louise. Taiwo said, make sure to go have a good cash flow system. Money keeps coming, and utilize loans the right way. Yeah. 10 Light Star, you said, how much should a person be paying for a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment? I can't say. That's up to you. How much can you afford? I think that I heard that your rent should be what, like 30% or less than how much you have every month. Y'all remember, I'm not a financial coach. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not the person to talk about finances. I'm just talking to you guys about money mindset. Let's get our money mindset together so we can succeed and be successful. Shout out to Arab. What's up to y'all? It's a lot of people commenting today. I can't even say hi to everybody. I'm so sad. I want to say hi to everybody. I'm so sad. I want to see what y'all are saying. Mike said, how are you successful? Everybody's successful. The definition of success is the ability to achieve a goal. So everybody, humans are goal-oriented beings. We're consistently achieving goals every single day, whether you realize it or not. They're small, they're big. The problem is, where I come in is I want to help you guys achieve the goals that y'all feel like are not possible for you, but you want them. You want it, but you, for some reason, feel like it's not possible, or there's limiting beliefs. There's something contradicting you from being able to get there. But you're already successful. Shout out to Gaza. Shout out to y'all. So again, the prompt that we're focused on is going to be in the not UR program. This is the Gratitude Money Mindset Gratitude Journal. You can find it on Amazon if you're interested. It says, what you appreciate appreciates. Do y'all understand that? At the bottom, the quote says, what you appreciate appreciates, right? And so how does trusting myself with money influence the decisions I make every day? Now, I told y'all I was going to tell you the difference between decision and choices. So let me tell y'all. Let me go get it so I can tell you guys. 1 second. Okay. So we're coming from You Are Programmed, and I'm going to go to right here. Choices versus decisions. A lot of y'all don't understand the difference between choices versus decisions. Let me see. Shout out to the Bermuda Islands. Okay. There we go. So understand that choices means to select something, right? It means when you have 2 or more options. So let's say we got an apple, an orange, and a banana. Okay. These are encompassing all the possibilities that you have. I have 3 choices. I have an apple, a banana, and a whatever I just said, a carrot. Somebody said carrot earlier, so that's not what I'm trying to say. Apple, an orange, and a banana, right? I have 3 choices in front of me, which is a healthy amount of choices. You don't really want to have more than 3 choices because it can always kind of lead you to overanalyzing things that are not worth it. It's not necessary. By nature, choices are inherent in every aspect of life, right? We have choices every single day. You wake up every single day and you have a choice to either roll over to the left side or roll over to the right side or lean up straight forward. You know, you have choices every single day. But it leads to decisions when you have to commit to one of those choices. So when we're looking at money mindset, we have many choices. At the end, it says, understanding the distinction between choices and decisions empowers individuals to navigate life's complexities with greater clarity and intentionality. So understand that every day you have choices. I just want y'all to get that little idea of what's going on when you're making these decisions. Let's see. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Wellers. Hey, Abatala. Yes, AK Carlos. Thank you for the emojis. Thank you. Apples, oranges, and bananas. You got some choices now. You got some choices. Hey, Mark. Okay. Anywho. So, who in here trust themselves? Let's see what y'all said. 51% said they definitely trust themselves with money. 18% said kind of. 22% said no. And 8% said I don't know. Praying for the 8%. Praying for the 8%. I hope y'all figure it out. So, okay, 52% said definitely. I think that's a good one. That's good. That's a good number. 52% said definitely they trust themselves with money. Hey, Billy. Hello, India. Music said, I don't trust my decision. Why not? Surakanth said, money is controlling whole world. Is it controlling? Or is it allowing it to flow? Perspectives. Was I expecting a number less than that? No, I didn't really have any expectations. Honestly, I'm just very intrigued. Music said, I trust other people with my money. Really? More than yourself? I guess there are some people, like I would trust an expert more. Hi, Scott. Hi, Doris. Okay. Hey, Junior. So how does trusting myself, and I'm answering this for myself, right? How does trusting myself with money influence the decisions I make every day? I think that I kind of trust myself with money. I can't say definitely because I do feel like there are things that I can improve on. And because I'm not aware of those things altogether, it's kind of like I don't really always know if I'm making the best decisions. I'm only doing what makes the most sense right now. So I would be the one who put kinda, not definitely. But the way of me trusting myself with money influence my decisions every day. It would make me more confident in my decisions. Like I wouldn't be over here stressing. Y'all know we talk a lot about spending money. For me, I talk a lot about spending money. So it would make me a lot more confident about spending money every day. I wouldn't mind spending money if I trusted myself with the money. And I guess the way that I could build that, the way that I'm building that trust is by consistently thinking about money, learning about money, focusing on money. And it's not an overnight thing. It's not. It can take years. It can take years if you don't have someone who's directly in that lifestyle mentoring you and teaching you hands-on. Jojo said you have to trust yourself. Exactly. Tywell said wealth is all about your mindset and having the right financial knowledge about money. When you have the proper financial knowledge, trusting yourself with money becomes way easier. Exactly. Judy Marchiso said, what do you spend your money on? Do you invest? I invest in my retirement. I have a couple of retirement accounts. I'm building my emergency savings, and I spend my money on the beauty supply store, getting my nails done, doing my hair, food for sure. I spend a lot of money on food. I'm not gonna lie. I eat out a lot. Lately I've been spending a lot of money on my business. I've been spending a lot of money in my business lately. Yeah, at one point I spent a lot of money on my car. It just depends. Now you know what to do with it. You said a couple of people asked me, what do I spend my money on? Yeah, that's what I spend my money on, y'all. I'm about to block the word shout out. Oh, I do spend money. Riff Walk, thank you. I do spend money on clothes too. I just spent a couple of $100s on clothes the other week. So yeah, I do spend money on clothes. That's one of my favorite things to spend money on. I don't know how I completely forgot about it. Clothes. That is what my spending habit looks like. Let me see. Truth said, yeah, that's why I said kind of, because I do. However, I see how I could have done better with money. Really. Truth, let us know what is one way you could have done better with money. I'm very interested. Netter said, money is just a tool. Remember that. Remember it. Clock it. My name is Meiana, y'all. Meiana. How I tell people, I always say like Bree, but me. Me. Who should you be focusing on? Me. Music said you need to focus on using less, downgrading, and using a bicycle. Oh, like, yikes. I would hate to be riding a bicycle in the heat in the summertime. That sounds like hell. Especially if you got to do something like go to work. But I knew somebody, when I was younger, I used to work in this one area, and it was an older man. He was like maybe in his 50s or older. And he told me he would ride his bike to work every day. He drove trucks, like the big trucks, like six-wheelers or whatever they call, the ones that drive from city to city carrying stuff. He drove those type of big trucks, but he would ride his bike to work. I was like, oh my God. He was older. I was like, you're healthy. But I've seen a lot of older, healthy men riding bikes. Lots of older, healthy men. I love it. Somebody said, fix your credit. Yes, if you need your credit fixed, get it fixed. Rift Walk talking mash today. If y'all want to donate to the channel, it's in the description. A lot of y'all talking about giving money. If y'all want to donate to the channel, it's in the description. A word from Mr. Jones said, everything is an investment these days. Exactly. Jude Marchiso said, what's your business? I do mindset coaching and tarot. That is my business. I do intuitive readings, mentorships, and I motivate y'all. Somebody said, no, you can't spend your money on those stuff. That's what makes you broke. Happy Life said, I hardly save any money. You cannot take it with you. You don't save no money at all? But you said hardly, so that means it may be a little bit. So JoJo said, spending money on your business is pretty good. Yes, yes. I do have my priorities together. I just don't have stocks that I know of. Clement said, why are you spending a lot of money? What are you buying so much? Food. I'm buying a lot of food. Shout out to Indonesia. Okay, okay, Carl said, I'm doing more listening today. Shout out to you. Taiwo said, and beware of depreciating liabilities, depreciating assets. So you use your business money for clothes. Now, let's be so for real. Is riding a bike better than driving a vehicle with no AC? Where do y'all be getting this from? Why are you driving a vehicle with no AC in the summer? Now, if you ain't got no AC in your vehicle, then yes, go drive your little bike. Now, I'm not against riding bikes. I like bikes. I've had a bike before and rode a bike many times. But if you don't have no AC in your vehicle in the summer, that is blasphemy. Hey, Alice. Hey, Coral. Welcome back to the live. Jude Marchiso said, most rich people I know cycle to work. You can ride only in the morning, yeah. But it's like, okay, you get there in the morning, you're going to have to be at work all night before the heat go back down. At least this is just in the summertime. Hey, shout out to Nevaeh. Welcome to the community. 18-wheeler. Yeah, that's what it is. 18-wheeler. Shout out to Texas Trill. What's up? Tyrell coming in speaking facts. He must be a financial advisor. He said, people don't know how expensive it is to be poor. Read that again. Exactly. So what, if you guys trust yourself, for the people who say that they trust themselves with money, what makes you trust yourself with money in the daily decisions that you have? Can y'all answer that for me? What makes you trust yourself with money? Nanya said, if you spend like there's no tomorrow, you will regret it. Need balance. Okay, how do we find that balance, Nanya? I Love America said, you never go broke investing in yourself. Even the funny thing about it is, even when I've overly invested in myself and I went into debt behind it, I always came out on top because of that investment. Because of that investment. Jude Marchiso said, a frightening statistic is that 50% of Americans are living one medical emergency from absolute destitution. Investing is critical nowadays. Y'all know I'm in school, right? Y'all know I'm getting my master's degree. I am in school. I'm in school. I invest in my education. I invest in my business. I invest in myself. C Jules, where are you from? Because you just asked some absurd questions. Want to ride in my vehicle with no AC? No, thank you. That's damn near kidnap. That is torture. We can go get some ice cream. Hell no. How can we live stream on YouTube? I don't know. Open your phone. Kevin, I'm from America. Naya said, needs and wants are different. It is self-indulgent to constantly fulfill every want. Edith said, I can save my money to help the homeless people. Elvis said, I spend on good things and I always save, boo. Okay, booski. Sir Khan, I'm not gonna lie. I see you typing, but I don't understand some of the stuff that you're saying. You said money remember to dead body. I don't know what that means. Edith said, because we can help people live. Yes, having money, we can help others and we can help ourselves. Thank you, guys. Damon said, you can't afford it if you can't buy two. I'm getting my master's in communication disorders. Nine said, figure out what you value and spend a little extra on those things once all others just spend on only what you need. Hi, Tynos, the comedian. Music says, suffer now and inherit the kingdom. Oh my God. I hate the idea of suffering, y'all. I hate the idea of suffering. I love you too, Ba. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Music said, I'm never coming back to the United States. They hate the US healthcare system. Taiwo said the only way to trust yourself in anything is to have the right knowledge about the thing. Also remember, getting a mentor is one of the easiest ways to grow. They already made most of the mistakes. Taiwo said, make sure to get a good mentor. Yes. Nanya said, money is like food. Occasionally have bad meal, no worries. But eat healthy daily. Spend the same way. Let's go back to the poll. 55% said they definitely trust themselves with money. 17% said kind of. 20% said no. And 8% said I don't know. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Maddie girl. Thank you, girl. So it definitely influences, like, I guess the biggest thing for me is definitely financial mentorship right now. And you know how I'm getting that? It's not exactly, this is more like money mindset. There was a girl called Amanda Francis who I invested in her money mindset course a couple of years ago. And I went through it, but I realized I'm going to go through it again this year. This month of August, I'm going to go through it. I'm going to go through it with a different set of eyes. Because when I first watched it, I was in a different stage of my life. I was in a different stage of my life. And so now I'm like a completely different person. My mindset is completely different than where it was. And I think I'm more prepared to listen to what she was saying. And I think that's another thing about getting the support, reaching out to people, getting a mentor, watching people on YouTube, watching movies, watching documentaries about money, is that you change as you live. Your mindset will continue to shift. You'll see things differently all the time. So at the end of the day, you should consistently be reminding yourself of the things that you used to do to learn about money in the past, so you can see how you react to it now as a different person. Jiaming said open-minded is very important life skill. Yes. Yes, it's a very important life skill. Hey, Tubsong, Jotia. It is a very important life skill. It is very important. So yeah, the way that I would build trust again is just to, number one, get the support. Talk to experts, financial advisors. There are a lot of people who will give you free financial advice. Especially look into your jobs. Some jobs, I remember I used to have a job that had a financial advisor that you could talk to. So look into your job. Some jobs offer really good benefits like that. Hey, Shandon. Hey, Sakri. I'm doing well, baby. How you doing? Taiwo, you said, also remember the popular saying, your network is your net worth. Under how the rich operate by being around them, and you will automatically want to operate the same way. You are the 5 people who you consistently are around. You are them. So you're new here, welcome to the community. We're talking about trusting yourself with money. Make sure to vote in the poll. Exodus said money creates money. Thank you, Shandon. Nine said have family members that make $500K yearly and are hand to mouth broke. Not what you make it, it's your goal and how you use it. Yeah. Oh my God, they make $500K yearly and they're broke, living above their means. Hey, Brendan. Exodus said invest in yourself. Yes. Exodus, in what ways would you invest in yourself? Thank you, Eva. In what ways would you invest in yourself? Let me know. Let me know. Shandon said, I also need money. Stock market. Okay, stock market is one way. Anybody else? Y'all got any other ideas of how you would invest in yourself? The topic is about trusting yourself with money in your daily decisions. C. Jewel said real estate. Wackman said business. Maintenance. Chris said I invested $4,000 and now my portfolio is over 35K in 1 year. Oh, what did you invest in? Shandon said Bitcoin. C. Jewel said businesses. Taiwo said never stop learning, because the more you learn, the more you see better ways to do things to do. Make sure to learn the right things from the right people. Learning the wrong things wastes time. Yeah. Music said storing gold. Tim said take classes, become the best in your field. C. Jewel said maybe a mobile rotisserie chicken truck. Maintenance said Tesla. Brenda said I would invest in stocks. Khan said you want money, come to India. Okay. What would I invest? I'm currently focused only on investing in what I'm investing in now. I'm not trying to do anything more than what I'm doing now. So my education, my business, my personal development, my retirement. I have 2 retirement accounts. So I'm just focused on what I'm investing in now, and I'm not trying to go above that for right now. But I do, long-term goals is to invest in real estate in maybe 2 to 3 years. Let me see. Let's look at the poll. Okay, so that 55% of definitely is staying strong. 55% of definitely is staying strong. 17% kind of, 20% said no, and 8% said I don't know. So the poll has evened out. A lot of people are saying they definitely trust themselves with money. Okay. What are some of the investment platforms to use? I don't know. I don't know. Remember, y'all, I'm not a financial advisor. Y'all got to go get financial advice from a financial advisor, y'all. Thank you, Nishi. Somebody said invest in war. Y'all are crazy. Real estate in what? What you mean in what? In what area? Is that what you're trying to say? Or what type of real estate? If I was to invest in real estate, it's going to be a home for myself. Maybe even like a duplex. Something like that. Jimmy says she's trying to keep all the secrets for herself. What secrets, baby? I don't have any secrets that I'm about, what the topic at least. C. Jewel said, how do you feel about my mobile rotisserie truck idea? If that's what you want to do and you passionate, do it. Music, would you invest in another country? Is it safe? I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. Sir Khan said, definitely money is a strong mindset for human beings. Learn Indian mantra, simple money will come automatically. Okay. I don't know who that is, friend. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody on the chat today. We've already been on here for an hour. Have y'all realized that we've already been on here for an hour? And I want y'all to look into more of trusting yourself, because that's what I'm definitely looking into more of, is how to trust myself with money. because the lack of self-trust is implemented in a lot of people's society. We don't even realize how. C. Jewel said it's not about being passionate about it more or so about expanding your income. Yeah, for you, if that's what it is, then you can do it. You got that. You got that, friend. Emmanuel said passionate, but blessings keep leaving. First of all, welcome back to the chat, Emmanuel. What blessings keep leaving you, baby? You didn't know he was still making music, huh? Sir Khan said, I am poor, but always money keeps coming for you all the time. Now, Sir Khan, if money's coming to you all the time, you can't be poor. How you poor if money coming to you all the time? What do I do for a living? I do speech communication. Oh, real estate? Something happened with your real estate? Taiwo said, even the Bible says, seek and you shall find. Keep seeking ways to be better with money and you will definitely find. Also remember there will be mistakes along the journey, but you will find. Yep. John R. said, how did you get out the hood? Well, first of all, I went to college. That's how I got out the hood. I went to college. I got a degree. And I learned. How did you get out the hood, John? I'm only guessing because you're still there. That's probably why you're asking me that, is because you're still there and you're trying to figure out how to get out. Shout out to all the 293 people who voted. D. Frank said, college is not the only way out the hood. It's all about mindset. Exactly. You said, yeah, you still in the hood right now. College is not the only way, but that was the way that I got out the hood. First of all, I was not in the hood as a young adult. Whack MK said, I'm still in the hood with a college degree. What degree you got, baby? And he still live at home. Oh, you want a hug? Air hugs. Air hugs. A lot of variables. So do you guys have anybody that you watch? I know somebody had suggested somebody in the comments earlier called the something guy, the finance guy, the money guy, something like that. Do you guys have anybody that you watch who you trust their money advice? Taiwo said, what is the best financial advice anyone ever gave you that had a real impact on how you think about wealth? One person, we showed each other our bank accounts, and this person told me, hey, at the end of the month, your bank account should be at 0, and you should have a place for your money. You should know exactly where your money is going to go, and always have a home for your money, and your bank account should always be at 0. So that's one of the best advice that I got, because I never knew that that was something that you were supposed to do, is have a home for your money. I never knew that at the time. This was a couple of years ago. So that was my best advice, because it really set me on a path of understanding, like, okay, there's more to money than what I know, you know? I didn't realize how much more to money there was. Hi, Mandy. No, Michael, you cannot borrow my glasses. Go get your own. If y'all in the live, can y'all make sure y'all like the live, please? I would much appreciate it. You bet on cricket matches? I ain't never seen a cricket match in my life. I'm in America, babe. I'm in America. What about y'all? Do y'all have anybody that y'all watch who says good money stuff? Check out Myron Golden. Okay, I know Myron Golden. I watch some of his videos for sure. More offers, more offers. Yes. The Ohio said many factors to money. You are too young and uninformed. That's why I'm not informing people on money. I'm not here to talk about what they should do with their money. That's not what I'm here for. Let me say that one more time. I'm not a financial coach or expert or advisor. Nana said bank accounts should not be at zero, but minimum you need liquidity for recurring expenses. Excess should be invested. Whack MK said check out Karl Marx. Slick Rick said financial advice, How about save? Honestly, save. Me and the wife have over 8 grand saved from working our shitty little retail jobs. Either it's $10 or $100 saved. Well, I hope, Slick Rick, you can find another job that you enjoy. I'm manifesting that job opportunities are coming into your arms and that you are running to the home base safely to get those jobs and your finances increase. The pay that you get increases. Both your wife and you. I hope that all things go well for you guys. Thank you, Aaron. You're 22. Shout out to the 22-year-olds. Liquidity. Is that funny to you? Okay, have a good day, baby. Oh, just because it's a shitty job does not mean I don't enjoy it. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. I just, in my mind, I connected shitty to I don't like this job. So I'm happy that you enjoy it. I think that we got to the point of our conversation today. Remember. Thank you. Dave Ramsey. We've heard Dave Ramsey a lot. Hey, Legend. Y'all make sure y'all like the live. Let's see if we can get to 85 likes. Can we get to 85 likes before we get up off of here today? So we can get more people like you on the live. I want more and more people like you on the live today. Trusting yourself with money. I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of the topics always kind of end back to the same thing of go talk to a money advisor. Go talk to a financial coach. Go talk to a financial expert. Go see if they can provide anything for you for free. Okay, AKA. Go see if they can provide anything to you for free. And if you cannot afford to invest in getting more support from these people, go online. Go to the people who have consistently over a long period of time been discussing this online. Okay? Some people have mentioned Dave Ramsey, Myron Golden. I don't think Myron Golden is, I don't think he talks about finances like as a financial expert, but you can look up I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Everybody always says it's backwards. I think it's just the screen. You know how the screen can kind of like reverse images? Like I think it's the screen reversing the image for y'all. I think that's what it is. I Will Teach You to Be Rich. That's one of my faves. He's also Indian. Is he Indian? I don't know if he's Indian. He's like a brown person, but shout out to him. Who else? Somebody said The Money Guy earlier. The Money Guy. So there are many people online who are sitting here talking about how to improve your money, how to improve your money mindset. So us getting on here every day, it allows us to be more motivated to tune into them and not just listen, but engage, learn. Oh, Karl Marx. Somebody said Karl Marx. Hello, Minty. Engage, learn, be motivated to consume this information so that you can be a better version of yourself long term. This is what a lot of the doing the gratitude journaling for me is kind of pushing me towards is let me consume more, but in the mindset of I'm implementing this in my life as soon as possible. I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting to implement what I'm learning from these people because I trust them, because I trust myself that I chose these people to listen to, and I'm going to trust their advice, implement it today, and I'm going to improve my money, okay? Emmanuel said, when you teach, you benefit. Exactly. Riff Walk said that I need to learn to buy clothes that covers me. AK Carl said, my question for you today, which do you prefer in most value, wealth or health? It's a good question. Let me see. Wealth or health? Well, you need health for wealth, right? You can be wealthy and be sick or unhealthy, right? But if I'm healthy, I'm going to eventually be wealthy, period. So I'm choosing health. I'm choosing health today. Y'all funny. Riffwalk said, you can't teach anything about money when you don't respect yourself. So you probably should not be teaching anything about money, Riffwalk. Don't do it. Hey, Mr. Z, I love you too, baby. Somebody said it's giving Medea. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, that's Wendy Williams. What Medea be saying? I don't know what Medea be saying. Welcome back, Osman. Hi, godmother. You like listening to my voice before you sleep? I hope that is soothing. I've heard a lot of people tell me my voice is very soothing, especially when I talk very low and slow. But that's what I got for y'all today. We talked about trusting ourselves with money in our daily decisions. And I'm guessing, like, again, majority of the people said they definitely trust themselves. We got 17% who's still building that trust, and about 30% who don't know and they don't feel like they could trust themselves. So if you are one of those people who said that no and I don't know, it's time to start investing more of your energy and time into watching people who support you and your money. Taiwo said, what do you have to say about people who think they cannot achieve the financial goals they have because of where they're from? That's a good question. Well, first of all, you feel like you can't achieve the financial goals that you have, that means that they're not goals. That means they're dreams. If you create a goal, that means in your heart that you know you can get there. So to me, it doesn't seem like that's even a goal for them. It's just an idea. It's just a dream. So the first thing that I would say is that you have to make it a goal. You have to realize that this is something that's achievable for you. I would say most of the ways that you do that is by desensitizing yourself to it. And you can do that by looking at people who have come from a similar background to you and watching them and listening to their stories. How did they get out of that predicament? It's a lot of people who are talking about the background that they come from and how they've overcame it. So you have to first look at those people who are like you. I would also say match it to whatever culture or race that you are. Like for me, I got to watch Black people, African-American people, not just any type of Black people, but African-American people, and see how they came to be who they are today. So that's one way. There are probably a lot more ways to desensitize yourself to the fact that you can achieve that goal. First thing, again, you realize that this is a dream and realize that you want it to happen. And you also have to be afraid of the consequences of it not happening. Like a lot of times that's what drives me, and my motivations is my fear. You start looking around you and you start looking at the people and look at how they're stuck. They're set in a lifestyle. Do you want that lifestyle? The people that are consistently around you every single day, do you want to live the lifestyle that they are living? You got to start really, it's like all about asking yourself this and then listening to the response. And it's a lot that really goes into it, and I can't lie, because becoming financially, achieving your financial goals is not a one and done thing. You're consistently evolving, especially if you come from the hood, especially if you come from poverty, especially if you come from inconsistent living experiences, homelessness, anything like that, bad relationships with family. Any of those things can really deter you from feeling like you can get there. But it's all about one step at a time. And the best way that you can do that is by surrounding yourself, surrounding your social media, surrounding your mindset, surrounding your life and your goals all around becoming financially well, having financial well-being, being financially intelligent. It's not about being rich. It's about being able to manage your finances in a way that supports the lifestyle that you want to live. Godmother said this is a deep, profound topic. Why do you think humans need to use money if we could live without it? If the earth in this life has everything to live without money? I don't know, Godmother. I don't know that. I was watching a video about that, but I probably should have tuned in a little bit more because I was watching it in the background. They were talking about where money came from, why we use money. But if I could just say based off of my own guesses, I would say for more organization so that we can all exchange money in a way where we agree on one thing. That's just me though. I think it's so we can all have agreements on something. Hello, Kenzo. What's up, Durf? TVS said, I stopped drinking a month ago. I was picking drinking big time for the past year. I was never a big drinker, lost 15 pounds. And let me tell you, it's allowing so much access to myself, the people I love. Okay, congratulations to you. Godmother said, I know millionaires and homeless in their peace and love. A lack of it had nothing to do with their money. Yeah. Say my name, say my name. David said, money is meta energy. Usually when I think about meta, it's really only tied to humans. I never heard of meta being compared to money. Like metacognitive skills, meta-linguistic skills, meta-awareness, all those things. Science Babble Music said, you find gold in the ground and people like it, so they start trading things for it. TVS says, stop going out too much and spend that time working extra gigs or learning new skills. You save and you develop skills to make more money. Science said, that's how money started. Oh, okay, that's how money started. Why do you think, Godmother said, why do you think we don't just exchange love? You can't exchange what you already are. You already love. Why would you exchange if you already that? I think it's more about materialistic things. Ben said, love costs money. Whose love costs money for you? Hey, Peter. Hey, Tom. Yeah, Tyrell, make sure it's a goal and not a dream. Exactly. Meiana 2025. Let's go shopping. Let's go. Let's go. David said, time, energy, effort, production can be converted to money. The system is not perfect, but it's what we have at the scale the world is at. Yeah, it's what we have. I think we should respect it. If it's what we have, let's find respect in what it is already. Because it's been set up by our ancestors. GR, welcome back to the live, GR. GR said, we can live without money. It's a social construct, but not in this country for the most part. Yeah, I think that I really do feel like we can live without money. But the thing is, we're not taught the life skills to live without money. Our parents are not teaching us majority of the time. The schools are not teaching us majority of the time. Those life skills that we need to learn how to tend to the land. Learn how to, cook the food that's growing out the ground. That's majority of it. Learn how to get the water. Get water in your area. Electricity, you know, you might not need electricity, but shoot, it's 2025. Let's figure out how to get electricity. We just not taught those life skills. Godmother said, why can't we share what we already had, what we already are? You can. I mean, you can. In a way, Godmother, when you say like exchanging love instead of physical money, if you look at all things as love, as I do, if you say Godmother, right? All things are Godmother. I don't know if this is your belief. I'm just saying Godmother because that's your title. All things are Godmother, right? You look across at you. You look at the road. You look at the sky. You look at the clouds. You look at the tree. You look at the cars. Everything is God, right? So if everything is God, then it means all things are already made out of love. We're just exchanging physical things. It's different types of love, I guess. This is not me sharing something that I just believe in. I'm just speaking on what makes sense in this moment, okay? I'm letting y'all know. I'm just speaking on what makes sense in this moment. We're already exchanging love. So it's just more of the spiritual aspect of, okay, this is what it is spiritually that I'm really seeking, but physically it's coming in the way of money. It's coming in the way of exchanging fruits for blankets. I don't know. I'm just talking at this point. Music said, if you have more money, you have less of something else, such as love for people. Is that right? I don't know if I can agree with that. I don't know if I can agree with that, Music. James said, know ye not the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God, but not deceive, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. Okay. Hey, Hams. Tyrell said, and remember, to become better financially, you have to become a better person. They work together, yeah. Hi, Nightcrawler. Hey, Dimes. Ben said, love costs money. Trust me, no one loves a broke homeless person. Does self-love cost money? Does motivation cost money? I don't know if I can always agree with that. No one loves a broke homeless person. Because I've seen people like online. I'm only saying that because I've seen people online who like record their family members who are broken homeless. And they're like, yeah, this is my dad. I love my dad, da, da, da. But, you know, he's going through these issues. He's broke. He's homeless. He's mentally ill. He's on drugs or whatever the reason why they're in that predicament. A lot of time I think there's people who do love broke homeless people, but they can't consistently show up for those people because of their lifestyle, the person's lifestyle who's homeless. Music said, love and marriage always cost money. Hello, 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 y'all. James said, our ancestors will not be holding our hand on Judgment Day. That's actually interesting because I like to watch a lot of near-death experience videos. And a lot of the times people say that whoever is the person with them is majority based off of their beliefs, right? So if you believe in Jesus, some people will say they saw Jesus. Some people will say they saw the Buddha. Some people will say that it was a family member who died, a grandpa, an aunt, somebody who was in the family. So it's different. When people die, people experience different things. But you know what they all say? What they all say. Well, not all of them. Some people have talked about being in hell. But the ones who I watched on the near-death experience, the NDE channel, most of them say that they felt like a supreme, like over, whatever the word is, overwhelming amount of love. Godmother said, I see everything as love. Yes. Nightcrawler said, you always got interesting topics. Oh, I'm glad. I hope I can bring more to you. Oh, we have to do a vote. I think hopefully this week I'm going to try to remember. Y'all remember, next week I'm going to start coming on live in the evening times. On the weekends, I'll be on live in the morning, but on the weekdays, I'll be on live in the evening times. We're going to change the topic. So next month, we're not going to be talking about money. I'm thinking emotional intelligence is a good topic. Our love and belonging, but I'll give you guys a poll whenever we get to that point, I'll give a poll, and then we'll see what y'all want to do, and that's the topic that we'll do. I'll also allow y'all to give suggestions. So if y'all have any suggestions now that y'all would like to talk about next month, you know, this month we've been talking only about money mindset, but we want to reprogram our mind to have better mindsets in general. So we're not going to just be talking about money for the rest of our life. So if y'all have any suggestions, let me know. GR said money is a tool, maybe the biggest power tool in the system. Shout out to Kendra. Ben said no such thing as God. There's more of a comfort thing for humans. Shout out to Use Code. Shout out to you. Join the community. Shout out to you. Hey, Indonesia. James, let people have their own beliefs. It's perfectly fine for people to have their own beliefs. It does not harm us for them to have their own beliefs. Music said, I'm literally using $1 and $2 in water each month outside the USA. That country is screwed. GR said, I am. We are, yes, parts of the universe. Hey, Simply. Welcome back, CJ. C. Jules. Angel, of course you can send me money. Cash App in the description below or in the description up here. Tyrell, you said, what is your opinion about using the people in your life and the connections they provide to create opportunities for yourself? Is there a positive way to use people? Yeah, it's definitely a positive way to use people. I think a lot of times when people talk about networking, because that's what it sounds like you're talking about is networking, I always say networking is so simple. Networking is so simple. A lot of people, yeah, you can go to networking events where you dress up and get fancy, but networking is a daily thing. When you go out to the, like, I literally just went to a treetop adventure place, and it was this woman there with her son. And she was just such a sweet woman. Her son was just so adorable, very much a kid, talking like kids talk. And I just asked, I was like, were you a science teacher? Because she just gave me science teacher vibes. And we just had a conversation. From there, I was having a conversation with her about being a science teacher. I was having a conversation with the guy who worked there about him studying. I think he said he studied like some type of animal biology, some type of animal thing he studied. Networking starts very simply. Just go outside and talk to people. See who they are, see where they come from. And then you can just say, hey, I'm looking for this. Always put out into the universe where you're heading. You never know who has what you need. It's not about, because when you say using people, it kind of sounds like taking without an even exchange. And being like in a greedy mindset of, I'm going to take this and I don't care about this other person. Like, no, it's like, sometimes God blesses you through random people in your life. You have, like, you don't know them whatsoever, but you're going to be blessed through just having a simple conversation with them. So just go out and start talking to people. Get to know people. Just get to know people. GR said, a broke homeless person is loved and is worthy of love. Yeah. If you're worried about this, it's my nose ring. Hey, Anurag. Dre said they want to meet Anubis. When I was younger, I used to watch House of Anubis on Nickelodeon. Have you ever heard of that show? Just Me said sometimes people can't help the situation that they get stuck in. Sometimes it's just a bad luck. Oh, Lord. Now, Ben, not you done got them on your ass, Ben. They got them on your ass. Ugh, so sorry, Ben. Hey, the Car Hub. Thank you, T-Row. Dre said perspective. Yes, all things are perspective. How do you perceive things? It doesn't, just because you perceive things in a certain way does not mean you're right. Doesn't mean you're wrong either. Just means that's how you perceive it. James said, let's talk about where you will spend eternity. Oh my God, you done got them started. Ben, you done got them started, please. Hey, Oliviana. I like the name. That's cute, Oliviana. Science Babble Music said, I've been learning to be okay taking hit while trying to save money. It's important not to cling to it. Money is a tool God created for us to use but not abuse. John, don't make me block you. Let's not be ignorant on this live. Hey, Walter. Thank you, Mahid. Trad Building said, I built those places. Treetop. Oh, whoa. Trad Building said, I built those places. Treetop Adventures in Zips. That's amazing. Almost passed out going to there. It was so hot. They had us climbing so many stairs. I said, oh my God. But I went on like three, 4 zip lines. It was pretty fun. But it was just so hot. GR said, is a billion only respected, worshipped only for their money? Doesn't sound like any love involved. Yeah, and that's why I always say a lot of times we be looking at people for their money, but what have they done for the community? Yeah, Tesla, Elon Musk is whatever he is, a billionaire, but what is he doing for the community? He has done a lot for certain parts of the community, but you know, at the same time, he may not be doing the best in other parts of the community, you know. The poor Ben, for real, because y'all just don't stop when it comes. Let somebody not believe in the same thing y'all believe in. Y'all just do not stop. Hi, Eek. I'm from America. Hey, Tanel. Hey, Ricky. Hey, Arcani. Music said he meant earlier that a beggar is not worthy of love. I think not homeless or helpless. Hey, y'all. Durf, I do remember you because ain't nobody else named Durf on here. Taiwo said emotional intelligence is very vital. An emotionally intelligent person will handle situations way better and be able to handle relationships better. Yep. Oh, I was just reading a peer-reviewed study yesterday about leisure in relationships and in marriages, especially after parenthood. And it basically said before parenthood, partners who spent a lot of leisure time together, not just side by side experiencing the same thing, but actually engaging in the leisure activity together, those are the ones who had a higher sense of happiness and enjoyment of their marriage after having a child. So if you are wanting to stay with your partner after you have children, don't just spend a lot of leisure time by yourself. Don't just spend the time playing video games by yourself, cleaning up by yourself. Do those things with your partner, because that will increase your happiness in your relationship and connection after you have a child. That's what I just learned yesterday in a peer-reviewed study. Trad Builder said they're building in Helen, Georgia right now. Oh, shout out to you. Trad said Elon is broke. Is he? Mr. Mittis said he's a billionaire, so he's obligated to help your community, question mark. I hope I did not imply that. That's not what I said. And that's not what I was trying to imply either. I'm saying that a lot of people are looking at people who are millionaires and billionaires, and I say that some of these people actually provide to our community, whether we know it or not, in ways that we cannot always see. Whether they're providing good things or bad things, there are ways that these people are giving back to the community. I love you too, Katumu. I'm prettier and prettier. James said you have to believe in something or you'll fall for anything. I thought he said what he believed. Shout out to you, aka Carlos. GR said Bill Gates has helped poor people in ways. Yeah. Just Me said I believe everyone is worthy of love. Some people are just afraid to be loved. Hi, Sanel. GR said I read once that we should ask to receive. Yes. Okay, you deleted it. Talk too quick. Okay, y'all. Shout out to whoever's doing the 100 in the live. The poll is kind of the same. It's decreased a little bit. This is the last time I'm going to read the poll. Do you trust yourself with money? 52% said definitely. It's Sir Kish in the building. Sir Kish. Oh, my goodness. You missed it. You're going to have to watch the replay. Oh, my God, girl. I ain't seen you in a minute. How you been? Okay, so 52% said definitely, that they trust themselves with money. 20% said kind of. 20% said no. And 7% said I don't know. Hey, Sarah. Hey, y'all. So that's what we got for today. We got over 400 votes on the poll. We got a lot of people's perspective on money today. Okay, shout out to Sir Kish. So y'all remember, we're building trust with spending our money daily. Every single day, we're going to be very trustworthy. We're going to feel ourselves as very trustworthy to spend the money where we spend it. Okay? So I hope that this live gave you something today. I'm super excited. Remember, at the bottom it said, what you appreciate appreciates. What you focus on grows. Shout out to AKA Carlos. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. We're going to talk more tomorrow about money mindset. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of y'all's day. Bye.